गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। आज हम देखते हैं सेल्सफोर्स में ट्रिगर्स के कुछ इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस जो इंटरव्यू में ट्रिगर्स के क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं। तो क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट करते हैं। व्हाट इज अ ट्रिगर्स? Triggers is a piece of the code that is executed automatically in response to the certain event. Triggers can be the written in the Apex, are typically used to the perform custom actions when records are created and updated and deleted. Next question: how many triggers can be the associated with the object in the Salesforce? There can be up to the 10 triggers associated with an object in the Salesforce. Next question: can you explain some common use case for using the triggers in Salesforce? Triggers can be used for the number of different things, but some of the most common use case include automatically creating, updating records in the Salesforce based on the change in the another system, enforcing the data quality standard by the validating data before it is saved to the Salesforce, and sending their notification or emails based on the change in the Salesforce data, automatically assigning records to users or group based on the pattern, any limitations to the number of the records that can be updated by the single triggers and executions. If yes, what are they? Yes, there are limit to the number of the records that can be updated by the single triggers executions. The limit is 100 records for the synchronous and triggers, and 10,000 records for the asynchronous triggers. Next question: what do you know about the event handle and Apex classes? Event handle are methods that are the automatically called by the Salesforce when a specific event occurs, such as when a record is created or updated. Apex classes are the custom classes that can be written in the Salesforce Apex programming language. Apex classes can be used to create event handles. Next questions: what type of the operations can be performed on the multiple object in the single DML statement? You can perform the following operation of one multiple object in the single DML statement: create, update, upset, and delete. You can also perform the operation on single object, but it is a more efficient to the perform that is more multiple object at some times. Next question: it is a possible to execute code after interesting or the updating the records if no expectations were the through running the updated operations? If yes, how? Yes, it is a possible to execute code after interesting or updating records if no expectations were thrown during the update and operations. This can be done by using the after update and triggers. Next question: why should we avoid the SQL queries and inside the for loops? One of the main reasons to avoid SQL queries inside the for loop is because it can be lead to governor limits being the reach. This can case your the code for the fail and can be case performance issue. Additionally, it can be make your the code more the difficult is a read and maintain. Next question: can you explain what the recursions is? Recursions is a process where a function call itself repeatedly until certain the condition it made. In the context of the Salesforce triggers, recursions can occur when a triggers fires and update in records, which then the cases the triggers to fire again. Since the record been updated, this can be updated multiple the time can be the event eventually lead to be can errors it not handle the properly. Next question: what is the best way prevent recursive triggers from the executing more than once? One way to prevent recursive triggers from the execute more than once to the use to static variable. When a triggers is a fire, the static variable it is a set to true. If the triggers is a fire again value, the static variable is still true, then the triggers will be not executed. Next questions. What are the different way in invoking Apex methods? There are 4 ways of invoking Apex methods from a Visual Force page, from Apex controllers, or extensions from triggers, or from a class that is implementations in the interface. Next question: how does triggers differ from the workflow rules? Triggers is a piece of the code that is executed and automatically when a records insert, update, and deleted. Workflow rules or on the other's hand is a set of the conditions that are automatically evaluated when a record is created or edited. Next questions. What happens when a call out is made to the external web service? Will sorry. What are the different way in invoking the Apex methods? There are 4 ways of invoking Apex methods from the Visual Force page, from the Apex controller, or extensions from the triggers on the from class that is implemented in interface. Next questions. How does a triggers different from the workflow rules? A triggers is a piece of the code that is executed automatically when a records in insert, updated, and deleted. Workflow rules, on the other hand, is a set of the conditions that are the automatically evaluated when a records is created or edited. Next questions: what happens when a callout is made to an external web service with the triggers is being the executed when a callout is made to the an external web service will triggers is being the executed. The triggers will be the quiz executions until the callout is complete. This can be quiz and delay in the triggers being executed. So it is important to take this into the account when designing the triggers that is a make callout. Next question: what is a scan scan synchronous asynchronous callout? Synchronous callout is one of the where the client is, in the case Salesforce, wait for the response from of the external service before continue. This means that if the external service is down of take a long time response, then client will be unable to continue. As a asynchronous callout is once where a client does not wait for the response from the external service but extend the continue on, it is a one. This means that is a that if the external service is a down and take off the long in time, the response the client is will be the not be affected. Next question: what type of the expectation can be the throw as a part of triggers and invoice actions? Uh, Triggers can be throw system expectations, and which include the number of the different type of the accept acceptance, such as a DML accept accept assumption query assumption, and email the assumptions. Next questions: what is the difference between the triggers context variable and static variable? A triggers is a context variable is a variable that is set by the Salesforce and available to the triggers code. Static variable is a variable that is set by the developer and is only valuable for within that is scope of the triggers. Next question: can you give me an example for the situation where the developers need to the write text code and ensure that is triggers function correctly. A developer would need to the write text code ensure they are the triggers function correctly if they are the making the changes to the triggers that is called cloud potentially break. It is a functionality for the example if the developer were the in changing the condition under the which the triggers fire that is would be need to the right text code make to sure that is the triggers and still fire the when it is a was supposed to the end did not start firing when it is a was it not supposed to. Uh, Next question: what is a governor limits? Give me some example of governor limits. A governor limit is a limit placed on of the automated of data in number of the records that can be the processed by the Salesforce. Triggers this is a done of the order in private triggers from the overloading the Salesforce system. Some example of governor limit include the maximum number of the records that can be the processed by the triggers, the number of the charters that is can be processed by triggers, and the maximum number of DML statement that is can be the processed by the triggers. Next question: what are the some used to the case for the writing the patches by process in the Salesforce? Batchable process can be the used to the whole number of the different things by, but they are the topically used when the you need to the process large number of the records once. This is called cloud with something the like maze and email line or grouping of the users of updating and large number of records at once. Batchable process can be also used to schedule regular jobs like the nightly data backup or weekly reports. Next question: how will you the determine if you are the triggers logic in the running the eventually or not? One way to the determine if your the triggers logic is a running efficiently is to the use to of Salesforce the developer console. The developer console provide a debug large and feature that is allow you to the monitors the execution of your the triggers logic. If you see that is a your the triggers is a talking and log time execute that you can be start and optimize your the code and improve the performance. और थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, आज हमने देखा है ट्रिगर्स के कुछ क्वेश्चन जो इंटरव्यू में पूछे जाते हैं। प्लीज प्लीज मेरे चैनल को लाइक और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिए। मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में। थैंक यू, बाय बाय।